Is that a footprint? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes. That comes all the way back to here. See the toes? Footprint, toes. That was a 14-inch, 15-inch footprint that I believe was a big footprint down on Sabine River bottoms. Now the river had overflowed and it gone down when I was there, but it left the whole place like ankle deep in mud. And you can go check out the video, the Sabine River bottoms, on my channel to see the whole video. I'm Joe Pass, the Squatching Cowboy, and this is my no BS search for Bigfoot. Keep on watching. This is just a video of some of the tracks and some of the odd things I've found over the 7 years I've been doing this. So let's get into the video. See the toes? Footprint, toes. See if I can see any more. It's going up the hill there. I know ain't nobody gonna be out in this. Barefooted. To the toes. Now here are some tracks from Fairfield, Texas that my lovely wife found. We was driving down some back gravel roads way back in the back part of Fairfield, Texas, close to a place called Brown Mine. Well, they used to mine, I think it was coal and something else out there, but it's been closed down for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years. And it's all grown up back there. Perfect spot for a Bigfoot to be hiding in. And we were looking at the ditches because it rained recently down there. And sure enough, my wife spotted these prints. Let's check them out. Okay, here we go. These look like a track right there. Looks like the heel is right here. There's the heel, and there's the other part of it. Now right here beside it, there's one going this way. And then right here beside it is a little one. You see it's probably 14 inches. And then if you look right back over here, looks like there's a track there and a track there. Right here. See the heel? And this one looks like it's going that way. See the bottom of the heel? Sounds like a pretty good find right there, boys and girls. Everybody says, how come you don't find more than one? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm gonna walk up the, that's a good find. My wife spotted that one. Take a look at it again. The camera doesn't ever do it justice. And then there's that little one right there. And then there's one facing this way. And then there's one across the little creek. 2 across there. Looks like that big one goes up the bank there. That's a good find. Where'd that come from? That's not even the kind of tree that's around here. Now here's a trackway I found that I believe was Bigfoot. It has about 8 to 10 tracks in it, but the leaves had fallen on top of the track, so it's kind of hard to see. The camera doesn't do it justice, but this is what I found down in Angelina National Forest, down in southeast Texas. They call it East Texas, but it's south of me, so I call it Southeast Texas. Let's check out that trackway. Look at this. Hold on a second. Hang on. Okay. Let me get my glasses on. Show me all this. Looks like it's over there, it's over there, it's over there. The back of it. Looks about 14. Yeah, about 14 inches long. That's like about 4 inches deep. And look here. Here's another one. And another one. About 14 inches long. Oh. Another one. I think that goes right up through there. Okay, here's some clips of just some stuff I found just the whole time I've been out squatching. I found some tracks, some more tracks down around Nacogdoches. I found some tree structures in Oklahoma. I found something I think was kind of strange in Oklahoma. Up in the mountains, there's a stream running down through there, and I found something in the water there. It might not be nothing, I don't know, but it looked kind of strange to me. It's on here. Plus, I found down in Hugo, Oklahoma, I think it might have been either a Bigfoot grave, because it was like 9 foot long. There's just a big hump of dirt and rocks. Or it might have been a future grave for a Bigfoot, because it was like 9 foot long. But you decide. Let's get into the video. Now this happened on our first day, the first time we went camping up in Oklahoma. on Keith Bethel's place. It's 3,500 acres. We were the only ones there. Keith lived there by himself. His dad lived down below him, and we were probably half a mile away from his house, and he's got a bad hip, so he couldn't walk very far. We had his side-by-side, so he couldn't drive that up there. We heard 10 tree knocks about 50, 60, 65 yards away from us across a logging road, then up a little hill. It did 4 swings, and then paused for a second. It did 4 more swings, and paused for a second, then it did 2. And all this time, Ken's got his recorder in his hand, but he's trying to figure out how to get it onto record now, and couldn't do it by the time it was over with. It was too late. Well, here's that part of the video from, I think that when we came back from the trip from Oklahoma, this is what I said. We never thought anything like this was going to happen. We wasn't ready, we wasn't prepared. But to the southwest of us, pretty close to where we heard the howling, we got some tree knocks. And most of the time in tree knocks, from what I've seen in Bigfoot videos before, you get 1 or 2. You got more than 1 or 2. I'll try to recreate what it sounded like. I've got this little bitty stick, and I know whatever it was in a bigger stick and a bigger tree. It was a live tree, because you can tell the difference between a live big tree and then some old dead tree. This was a live tree. But here it goes. It went something like this. After 4 swings, it paused for just a second. And they were slow swings. It wasn't real fast, no. Wasn't nothing like that. Slow swings. 4 swings and a pause. And then four more swings. Slow swings. And then a pause. 2 more swings. For the rest of the night, it's dead silent out there. Now, let's listen to what Kenny said.
Here from Squatching Cowboy with Joe Pass. This is just a follow-up from our trip to Oklahoma. Joe and I weren't able to be together at the time that he recorded his account of what happened on the first night. We heard the wood knocks. So I'm making a little video for him to add to that. I've always considered myself a bit of a skeptic when it comes to Bigfoot. And Joe's pretty much a believer, but you know, I see both sides of it. You know, the skeptics, all the grainy video and all the nobody's found any bones and nobody found the body over all these years. But I've always kept an open mind about it, that they could possibly exist. So I've kind of been the skeptic of the group. Joe knows this. But we all been going camping for years and years, so I thought, hey, we're going to go camping, we might as well look for Bigfoot. If you're camping, it's just camping. If you're camping looking for Bigfoot, it's Squatching. That sounds a lot better. And it irritates your friends that don't believe in Bigfoot too, so you can really, you know, have some arguments with them about the existence of Bigfoot and if he exists. But anyway, I've seen Joe's part 2 video and he released, and it's completely exactly accurate. It's exactly what I heard. I'm not sure of the amounts of wood knocks in each series. There were definitely 3 sets of them. I was fumbling with my digital recorder trying to get it to audio where it would record when it detected sound, and I had all the settings messed up. And once I heard the first set of wood knocks, I looked at Joe. I started trying to get it back to record mode where I could just try to record some of the wood knocks we were hearing. First, let me say I'm been in law enforcement for 15 years, deputy sheriff. I'm not going to mention my agency. I'm not representing them. But I've always said that law enforcement professionals, lawyers, doctors, are some of the most credible accounts of sightings and things like this. I've always said that my credibility and honesty and integrity is my whole career. That can't be questioned when you're in law enforcement. That being said, I want to tell you my account of what we heard. And I've told Joe, we can squatch and camp and look for Bigfoot the rest of our lives and never hear anything, never find a footprint, never have a sighting. You know, it's just probably what'll happen. They're too rare. They're not that many of them, I don't think. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Well, on our first night in Oklahoma, all that changed, brother. I'm telling you. You gotta watch part 2, what Joe heard. I'm not gonna repeat it. It's exactly accurate. His account was right on point. But I want to emphasize how close these wood knocks were. 50, 75 yards maybe, and that's not very far. You're talking about thousands and thousands and thousands of acres that we were on. This is private land. There's not people out there camping and people trying to do the woods. They were so loud, so clear, so solid, just that they only could have been made by something with arms that could swing a big, heavy, thick stick. I mean, I can't express how solid they were, how loud they were. The space in between each one was exactly the space it would take to hit a tree, draw back, hit a tree, draw back, hit a tree, and then pause to get a better grip or maybe listen, and then they started again. That's exactly what we heard. I mean, the closeness and loudness of it, I can't even start to express. You know, if we'd have heard a little knock way up in the woods over the hills, you know, I might could, it might have been something else, but it was a person or it was a Bigfoot. There's nothing else it could have been. They could swing, hit a tree like that. With that being said, we had already been all over that area on an ATV that day. We've been all up in the trails. There's ATV trails, there's roads, there's all through there. We didn't see a single other ATV, vehicle, person the whole time we were on this private property. There was just no one out there. And the next morning we went exactly where we heard it would knock. There's no sign of human activity. Nobody could have got in there at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was, without us hearing a vehicle. Nobody could be camping without us smelling a campfire, seeing a campfire or something. It was not a person. There's no way they could have got up in there. That being said, I'm almost 100% believing that. I can't find any reasonable explanation for those wood knocks that we heard. The search continues. I can't wait to get back up there now. Thank you.
Well, that's it for this video. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless the United States. And until next time, good day. And if you could tell me who did that, what famous person did that, I might give you something.